my team's project. It's called Fetch. So, a short story regarding the reason why we built Fetch is that we noticed that in terms of the insurance coverage, that whenever a company either gets a new funding round or hires more employees, that for Corgi, the actual changing of their insurance coverage to match their new positions is still fully manual. So we decided to create something that after we recognize that there is differences in funding, employees, etc., that we actually are able to either automatically create a new insurance coverage, or if it's something that's too big, that we still give a recommendation, but it would need a human in the loop to create the to actually approve the insurance rate. Saw that the corgi actually reacted from it. Now let's go vice versa. Let's say that our Ridgeline AI had a new funding round, and it was a pretty large funding round. And let's fire the signal event for that. You can see that it needs to review. So that it recorded net cash flow at 40x the normal monthly burn. It was flagged to review. The DNO would go from 2 million to 4 million, and it is currently pending approval. And you might see that there's a model probability of 99.6%. And so in terms of the model looks at four things about a company every time something happens, which is how much headcount grew, how many people were hired, whether cash flow suddenly spiked, or whether a deal closed that's way bigger than normal for that company. So before this event, before anything that happened, we actually had a bunch of synthetic data, and we trained it on thousands of different example situations of companies growing, raising money, closing deals, and then we label each one as either routine or person should actually take a look at this. And from those examples, the model learned on its own which combination of those four signals usually means that it's safe to handle automatically versus flagging it. So now that we have that model in mind, when a new signal comes in, it runs those same four numbers through what it learned and spits out a percentage of like how likely it is that a human needs to see this. So yeah, now that we have done that, let's go through the approvals page. And you can see we already have some sample data of the approval, but here's the one we saw previously where you can kind of either approve or dismiss the new insurance coverage that we got based off of the sample data. So let's approve that one, and we can see that Corgi is a little happy, and then we can dismiss this one, and then there's that. But also good news, our merge data actually finished fetching. So let's try to get something off of merge. We'll go to demo control. We'll sync through this now. So the syncing is a bit off right now, which I've been having issue with the sync all day, but that's just how demos usually go. But that's kind of like the current state of the project, and I think it's pretty awesome. I think the idea is pretty novel, but obviously the connectivity with Merge has been interesting to say the least. But yeah, so thank you for listening, and hope I can hear back from you soon.